I'm a fat pig.
What did you just call me?
I'm starving.
I am so full.
I'm gonna vomit.
I can't fit.
I'm nauseous.
What are you going to order?
Can I get a side of mayo?
I'm sweating.
Do you hear my breathing?
I cannot stop eating chips.
This is not an extra large.
Do I look fat?
Welcome to Fat Pig. I'm Frank Liotti.
And I'm Jennifer Craxon.
Hello, Miss Craxon. We're so happy to have you here.
It's so good to be here.
Yes, I'm too. We're back.
Yeah.
We are so back and ready.
Mm-hmm.
We are ready like room temperature butter.
I have to say I love butter. Room temperature butter.
Room temperature butter.
Yeah, when it's like you can just slice through it.
Put it on bread.
Yeah, or on your nipples.
Over.
Is there anything better than bread and butter? Do you like that?
I love
forget.
it. You know I do.
Well, I mean, I know you like it, but I mean, I can't have it.
For years, when we used to go out to dinner, we used to say no bread.
Yeah.
And then slowly, over the course of time, it kind of like if you would like look away, I'd be like, no. They'd be like, you want bread? I'd be like, yeah. Like I would slowly let it get back under the table.
Yeah.
And you would never eat it, obviously.
No, I can't. I can't, but I love it.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's a new year. It's 2018 as I adjust my XXL.
You literally just pulled on your shirt 14 times to try and make it bigger, but it's a flannel, so it doesn't even stretch.
And it's a Walmart. So, like, their XL is like a tent for, like, the Brady boys. Like, their XL.
Their XL is the tarp.
It's seriously? You could have
Walmart.
a wedding under their 3XL. A royal wedding of white trash. It's a new year. Wait, we talked about this.
Yay.
Yay. Happy New Year. Wait, Jessica and I have this weird thing in common. Where the imagination goes, like when you're driving, like the paranoia, like literally hearing like the crushing steel.
Every
and the
time
glass.
I'm in the car, I picture someone slamming into my door. That's not a joke.
Me too.
I know. It's crazy that we both have that visual.
That horrible. And then it scares the shit out of me because the law of attraction.
I know.
But it like never works with good things.
Yeah.
But it works with like that.
I know. I think about it too. I just pray when I start thinking about that to like help. God, please help me not think this way because I feel like it's going to happen because I'm putting it out there.
It is. You're supposed to replace the thought. Wait, there's something I wanted to bring up that we brought up before because I want to talk about my 2018 eating so far. Mm-hmm. See, like I had to really just like labor an inhalation to get ready for the next paragraph.
That sounded like a windstorm.
I can't.
I feel like there's like.
I have to. Okay, this is it. I've got to figure out how to get back on track, and maybe our listener can help me. I've been eating like as if I were an orphan. Like this. Mm-hmm. Like in other words, as if a parent said, "Here's a check for $200. Go to the grocery store."
Right.
To a 12-year-old, to like a 7th grader.
Yeah, and you went to like a 5 and dime.
And the grocery store, the cart would have like ring dings. Mm-hmm. Like the healthiest thing would probably be like watermelon. Ring dings, it would have frosting, Chef Boyardee, Cheez-Its. Like
I love Cheez-Its.
A jar of mayonnaise. It's mac and cheese that you just have to put in the microwave. Like I've been eating like a 12-year-old that's stoned.
Yeah. That's very funny.
Do you remember?
Sounds like me growing up.
Do you remember? Yeah, but I'm like 71. Do you remember when you'd go to someone's house or at your house and on the fridge
71.
with a magnet there'd be a diet and it would be like half cup black coffee, half grapefruit, like those in the old-fashioned typewriter. Like mine would be like 3.5 cup Cheez-Its.
Right.
0.50 cup frosting. 2.0 cup Chef Boyardee. I'm exaggerating for laughs, but still.
No, it's hysterical. We had them for like, I don't know, a couple of months, but then I ate them because there was no food in the house.
Page?
So I ate all the magnets. I had nothing else to eat, so I ate the magnets.
Could you imagine having a cookbook of like random things around the house, like sautéed magnets?
I just thought of the best idea for us to do.
Oven roasted Brillo
pads. A cookbook,
pads.
after you cook it, you eat the paper. You rip out the paper of what you made and you eat it. I don't know why I just thought of that. It's ridiculous.
So what's happening with you?
Oh God, I'm gassy. Well, I'm on that, like, I'm in the same wavelength as you are, where I just want to like start anew. I want to start fresh. So I thought, like, we used to like say things we were going to do for the week to take care of ourselves.
But then really never do.
Well, we never did anything. But
right.
I mean, I did start going to the gym a little and stuff like that.
Right.
So I am, before this ends, going to put out 3 things that I'm going to do.
Before this podcast ends today?
Yeah. I'm going to say 3 things I'm going to do. I have to think about it because I don't want them to be, excuse me, hard at all. I want it to be really easy. Whatever.
Well, the elevator today, when it was on PH, was on Penthouse when I came in, so I took the steps up to this apartment.
The steps.
Instead
Frank,
of an elevator.
it's 1 floor.
But still.
I did too. And I'm sore. My leg
I need
hurts.
a towel and a bottle of Poland Spring like I worked out.
I need people to like stand here and squirt it into my mouth. Like I'm in a marathon.
Let me ask you a question. You got seasonal depression?
What do you mean? I got all year depression. Ain't no seasonal.
What's seasonal? You mean like thyme?
Every season I'm depressed.
Seasonal like basil? Seasonal like oregano?
No.
Cayenne?
No.
Cinnamon?
No.
Do you remember
Isn't that crazy?
freestyle music?
That's what I do when I'm having sex. I say no like that over and over. No. No. I'm about to come. That was good.
Do you think, are you, oh, forget it, I can't say that. I can't bring up Aziz Ansari. Do you know Aziz Ansari in real life?
He's never looked at me or talked to me because he doesn't want to fuck me. But I have met him many, many times and sat at a table with him hundreds of times at the Comedy Cellar.
Right.
But he doesn't even look at me because I can't do anything.
But he
for
doesn't
him.
look up. Like, he just kind of looks down
He
at the table.
does if you're hot.
Right.
I'm not saying, I mean, listen, that was like a fucking encyclopedia, that article. I can't read past the first paragraph, but I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what to say because I don't know enough about it to even comment.
Yeah, I don't either. It's,
I mean, do you have anything to say about it?
No, because I don't really, like, Alex, our producer, and I were talking about it before. It sounds a little bit more, but then again, it's the same thing. I didn't get past the first paragraph.
Well, there's supposed to be more coming out.
About him?
And I knew that was coming out about him. Isn't that crazy? Did I tell you that? Because someone said to me months ago, Aziz Ansari's next.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even remember who said that to me at the Comedy Cellar. Like, someone told me. And I was
How
like,
did he have
oh
the
my
time
God.
to amass victims? He's only like 26. How disgusting do you have to be to, like, have that reputation already?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't even comment because I don't.
What is with these guys?
I mean, do I think he's friendly? No.
He's not.
Have I heard bad things about how he's treated people? Yes.
Right.
I mean, I don't mean sexually. I mean, like, waiters, waitresses, comics, whatever.
He's 11. Right.
But I don't know. I don't know enough to comment on the sexual behavior.
Right.
At all. It's why I don't comment about a lot of politics stuff because I don't know enough.
I know.
I mean, some I do, some stuff.
No, but when somebody who's conservative, like there was a clip it's an old clip from The View, and Ann Coulter was like rattling off all of this stuff about Obama, and Whoopi Goldberg was pretty quick.
She's
how
pretty,
she was coming
she
back.
And Joy
and
know a lot.
Joy is so politically involved and so articulate as well. I can't rattle stuff off. I'll like start to panic and freeze, and I'll start to cry. Like,
yeah,
I
that's
can't
how I
get
am
facts
too.
together.
I'm
just
the
know that I'm
exact
right.
same way.
Right.
I know. I'm literally exactly like that.
But I know that I'm right.
I just know. I know in my heart like that I'm right, even though. But people will. But meaning like they'll counter everything. I mean, it's like if Trump says something, he has people that literally will, and then you're like, wait, what?
Right.
Wait, maybe he didn't say that. Like, it's
Right.
so crazy. They know exactly
so
what to
up
say.
Exactly. Wait, did he not say that?
Right. Or
Right.
maybe he meant, but you know what he meant. You know.
They airbrushed a picture of a sphincter, an anus on his mouth.
I
like
saw
shithole.
that.
It actually looked like, for a second when I didn't realize what it was, it looked better than his own mouth. An asshole. An asshole on his face.
I saw the same thing yesterday, and I rubbed one out.
Can you? When The Apprentice was on, there was a clip of it this week, and he had like a normal chestnut brown hair What do you think happened over the course of the last 3 years?
Well, he's mentally ill. Completely mentally ill, beyond like just being an asshole.
What would the words be that he would say to like the stylist when he wanted to make a change? Make me look like a California girl?
It's insecure, so he wants as much hair as possible. It's interesting.
But it's like bleached up.
Because he doesn't want to look old, but he is old. So, it's all about insecurity and being vain, and
There was such a disturbing clip, like somebody shooting through like a hole in the fence after they said the missiles were flying to Hawaii. Like after he had gotten that news. He didn't. I left my house at 4:00 in that afternoon, and he was still at Mar-a-Lago. He still hadn't spoken about it yet. But there was a clip of him, like he didn't address the situation. Mm-hmm. And then when he did, it was vague and had nothing to do with what happened in Hawaii. But there was a clip of him like through the fence, like pacing back and forth, like panicked.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was so disturbing.
Well, I have to tell you, that was one of the big, I mean, I know we talk about every day something happens, okay? Every day.
Groundhog Day, they were calling it
every
on the news.
Day.
Over and over again.
But that freaked me out. First of all, I have a stepbrother in Hawaii. My oldest stepbrother, Adam, lives there with 2 kids and his wife. And I just pictured them like freaking out and running, and and they did.
My friend Colin is there with his girlfriend Olivia. They said stay inside and go for cover. He said she was so panicked she went outside, like she didn't know what to do.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people, it damaged them. I mean, it's really,
of course.
And then the fact that he didn't go on Twitter and say anything, even like, it's all handled, everything's okay, or, whatever. Anything, one sentence. It's like he doesn't do things because people want him to. He's like a fucking child.
It's weird.
It's not weird because he is meant. I know people like him. I do. I know people like him. Unfortunately,
I ordered the book. The book that everyone's freaking, and then I canceled it because I wanted the money back because it was going to take so long to come. It was going to take 4 weeks, and I was like, I'll just buy it at Barnes and Noble.
Oh, he'll probably have a new one by then.
Does winter affect your mood and eating? See, does it sound like I'm reading off of a list? Like when it gets quiet? Because I am.
I have a list, too, of things I want to talk about.
You read something. Okay. You guys read something.
Does winter... Look, watch. I'm going to read from my list. Hold on. So that you don't feel bad. Do you ever think about the difference between thinking and talking to yourself? The difference between. What about this? And let me hold on, Frank. I'm going to make this look really natural. Okay.
Wait, do you want to what the hairstyles matter first?
Well, I'll just do this. Let me just read this next one, okay? And we'll
just go with that one first.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. So you're ready for me to read it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey guys, so I don't know if this just came into my mind. I don't know if anyone has ever thought about this. I've never thought about it before. Have you ever thought about doing acupuncture?
My stomach just popped out of the thermal.
What do you mean popped out of the thermal?
I have an XL thermal, and it's like a midriff under this dress shirt.
I love when you say midriff.
I laughed
so
and it
crazy.
Popped out. Did we ever talk about the first person to invent acupuncture?
No, who's that?
I don't know, but can you imagine
I'll
someone
Google
walked into a room? What are you doing? You have a needle all inside of your face. Oh, no, I feel good. Acupuncture.
It must be someone that just stabbed themselves by mistake. Oh, I feel healthy.
Someone that got attacked by a porcupine. Oh, this feel good. My back ain't gone. Get the animal back.
They stepped on a nail. Oh, I just forgot my childhood.
They walked into a window. Oh, that's so funny. My nasal problem is gone.
They got run over by a car.
They got shot.
Oh, my ankle feel better. I'm less anxious.
They hung themselves. Oh, my neck ain't gone. I'm free and clear to breathe.
My neck ain't gone. We're so great. Excuse me.
Oh, my God. So wait a minute. This is the strangest thing, and I feel like it's a reflection on society. I was walking the dog the other night. It was freezing on Friday night, Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. And there's a nightclub around from where I live, a young person's nightclub. There was a
kid. Like kids?
Hmm?
Hi, let's go.
Oh, my God, I'm totally coming up.
Coming up where?
No, this ecstasy that we got from Fernando, it's amazing. I'm totally coming up.
Oh my God,
I'm
me
tweaking.
too. Me too. I'm so glad we're at Dazzle's tonight.
TJ Doodles.
You wanna dance? Oh my God. Oh, this is my favorite song. Wait, can you do this?
Wait a minute. Now I feel stupid. Now, there was a kid on the pavement that was like 22 years old who was in a fetal position.
Oh, no.
Who was passed out, and then when he would wake up, he was laughing and hallucinating.
Yeah.
And then
Sounds
passed out
amazing.
again. 2 a.m, it was 10 degrees out.
I mean, kind of.
People stepping over him. Like, this was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I'm sitting there awestruck, I called an ambulance and was waiting there. It was insane. And then he tried to get up, and I said, "No, wait," and he made it up about a foot and fell into a door.
Was he with other people?
He was all alone.
Wow.
And he was obviously dressed to go out, you know, like a night out and stuff like that. And these kids came to get into their, when I say kids, I mean like 24, to get into their car. They were like, "Oh, he was telling everyone he's a soldier." I said, "Huh?" And they got into their car, and sure enough, he had dog tags on.
Oh.
And at one point he said, "Please help me." And I kept talking to him, saying,
God.
I'm here. You're going to be warm in a second. Help is on the way. But it was amazing to me. It was like you were saying about when an ambulance needs to get through.
Yeah, I just told, because when I walked in, I told Frank and Alex that I was on the bridge and people weren't even pulling over when ambulances were trying to get by. There was a big accident.
Right. So what's the word I think is apathy. I learned that because I saw Rosemary's Baby and she uses that word in a sentence. When there's such a not caring about, I feel like it's a very millennial thing, not caring about anything outside of one's own existence. Mm-hmm. And that's really frightening.
That's narcissism. Yeah, just being completely focused on yourself.
Narcissism, I feel like, is, I guess that is.
I mean, I think they're connected. I don't know.
I don't know, because I have to look apathy up. Apathy, I think, is on could you talk about something else?
Hold on.
What'd you eat today?
I'm just going to... Frank.
Apathy definition.
Frank. I'm just going to pretend like I just came
Don't
up
read
with
it off.
No. I'm going to pretend like...
Wait, the sound of whispering makes me want to
I
vomit.
know. Wait. I'm going to pretend like... I'm going to pretend like...
What is in the background? You get a larger popcorn. Keep it better on the side with the salt.
Wait, what do you mean?
Get a large popcorn. You get a large popcorn. You get the seeds.
But we already have a
I don't sit in the third row.
Wait, did you get chocolate? Did you get chocolate?
Did you see any movies lately?
I don't go to see movies.
Lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. Widespread apathy
I thought
among
you were naming
students.
a movie, and now you're telling us what apathy is.
No, because I was waiting for apathy to come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, lack of enthusiasm, a lack of concern. Unresponsiveness, impassivity, dispassion. Yeah, that seems to be an epidemic.
Yeah,
And
especially in New York. But again, I love the people here, so I can't even, I'm so grateful I'm here and not somewhere else. But
it is reflective of the climate right now. They always say that the 70s are the me decade, and this certainly seems like the me decade.
Beyond.
It's really, shithole countries. It's, I don't know. It's disturbing to me.
Well, my family came from, I guess, shithole countries, but they probably had a lot and owned a lot, and then they had nothing, and their environment was shithole. I have no idea what I'm saying right now.
Isn't that the whole point? That's why people who are sensible are angry. Everybody came from a shithole country.
Of course.
That came here. That was why America, land of the free, home of the brave, land of opportunity, the great American melting pot.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's like, we're here, you can't come in. It's just, it's insane. And when I look at a friend of mine who's 27 who didn't find out that he wasn't a citizen until he was 15 and couldn't take the SAT, his mother and father never told him. He's terrified. He keeps sending money to the government. Keeps sending money, forms, this form, that form. They lost this paperwork. Now his only way is to get married. He's been trying to become a citizen.
Where is he from?
He was, I think, Argentina. He was born. He came here when he was 5.
Fucking shithole.
He was 5 or 6 when he came here. I'll tell you what a shithole is. He grew up by the Sunrise Mall in Massapequa. That's a shithole.
You just spit on my face.
The Burger King doesn't even have a drive-thru. It's a shithole.
You spit on my face.
You won't come with that?
What?
What do you want with that? Half and half? You want to go around the world? Oh, you want me to do you?
Hello, let me do her
I'll be
ordering.
the escort service. Oh, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
let me do her ordering stuff from the Jewish deli, but you talk like that because that's the people that work. They have to deal with the most annoying older Jewish women, these poor men that work at these delis like in Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? 127?
Excuse me, I'm 127. That's my number on my ticket.
What you need?
Do you have turkey?
We got the boar's head, smoked pepper.
Whose head?
Boar head, smoked pepper, cheddar.
Can you say that again?
Boar head, smoked pepper, cheddar.
Cheddar turkey?
Cheddar turkey.
I can't eat that. I pretend to be kosher.
You want boar head?
All right. I'll have a 1/7 of a pound of turkey, low sodium, low fat, low cost. Do you have Lacey Swiss?
Excuse me?
Lacey Swiss.
Angel Swiss? Lacey
It has
Swiss?
a lot of holes.
Holy Swiss, Angel Swiss, Light Swiss, Yellow Swiss, Green Swiss, Orange Swiss, Lacey, not Lacey, Velvet, Cotton, Gabardine, Swiss.
I don't know what the hell you're saying, but I would like
Lacey Swiss.
a 34th of a pound of Lacey Swiss with 2 wrappings because I have to leave it in the car for a half an hour before I get to Lois's house. Can I get also, do you have tomato?
You want tomato in the produce?
What?
Plum tomato, brown tomato, Italian tomato, red tomato, vine tomato, off the vine, on the vine.
I don't know. I just want...
Green tomato, red tomato, orange, yellow, blue, purple, pink.
I'll
black.
take some purple tomato.
Purple tomato.
I'll try it. Why not?
How much?
It has a lot of vitamin.
How much tomato?
Do you, before I go, Spick, do you have,
Special person in control.
Spick,
Special person in control.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Do you have, coleslaw, potato salad, and macaroni?
We do.
Which one do you like the best?
Coleslaw.
Why?
It's good. Homemade. Store recipe.
What do you make it with?
Cabbage, mayonnaise.
How
pepper,
much
salt,
cabbage
vinegar.
per...
There's one.
How much cabbage and how much...
I need you to move on. We got people waiting on the line.
I'll take a 1/11 of a pound of coleslaw. Please put it in 14 containers because I'm having company tomorrow and I want to give away the food so that everyone can give it to the housekeepers. I don't want to throw it out. So I need a whole package of to-go containers for my guests. Do you take brooches?
We don't have
I want to pay with a brooch.
We don't have roaches. Rain,
No.
exterminator, rats, roaches, bedbug, water moccasin. Whatever that thing is with the legs.
There's a water bug. No water moccasin.
I got 2 tickets in the last 3 days.
Oh my God! For what?
Texting on my cell phone, which I was like, I wasn't texting. I said to him, I was not texting. I lifted the phone up
Even
to
if you
scratch my
have the
lip.
phone in your hand, I know. It happened to me. Remember last year? I had the phone in my hand, and a cop walks up to the car and goes, "You can't have the give me a ticket." How much was that one?
140, 138.
Oh, that's nothing.
But then I got one last night, too.
For what?
Making a left on a street that you're not allowed to make a left. I had no idea. But he said, do you know why I'm pulling you over? And I said, for being on the phone.
Can you imagine if you're like, because I'm hot?
Because I'm hung. Because I'm big. Down below.
Can you imagine if they pulled me over and they're like, do you know why I'm pulling you over? Because of my pussy? Is that why you pulled me over?
Where do you think that word came from?
I don't know.
Like these slangs.
Yeah.
They're so harsh.
I wonder where, like, yeah.
Cock. Ugh. Like when you think about the sound of it, dick.
Well, cock, you don't like the word cock?
Well, cock is kind of like a bird of the yard.
The cock!
Did I ever talk about that chicken that got bullied? How it's in like every...
I think a long time ago, but I want to hear about it because you know how I feel about chicken.
At Hoyt Farm in Comac.
But tell people what that is.
Hoyt Farm in Comac is like, you would go there and there's a big field for people to like have picnics or whatever.
Yeah.
Like in the 70s, maybe like Tiny Tim gave a concert there. But then behind this field thing, there's woods. And when you walk into the woods, there'll be like a pen with like a mule, Miss Bessie, like chickens, and there's like a pig pen, like, and the kids can go and you can, there was always like this giant duck thing that would go like angry, or like an aggressive duck.
Yeah.
In its own thing. But there were chickens, all these chickens. And there was one I noticed, like, you know, the rooster has like the thing on the dew dip thing on the top of the head, like the big dramatic swirl.
The dew dip.
This one looked like someone took a tiny little buzzer and went and like shaved off the top of its head. It was smaller and thinner than the rest of them. The head was shaved, and it's one of its eyes was like
Sounds like a Nazi.
It was like a little cockeyed. No, its eyes were like googly a little bit, like cockeyed. And the other chickens every now and then.
Someone hit it with a shovel? It sounds really bad.
Everyone would be doing their own thing, and then all of a sudden, like a chicken would walk by and see it and just peck it and like keep going. It was bullied.
Oh.
That chicken gay. He gay.
A
Little
faggot.
chicken, a faggot. That faggot chicken.
That Fickin. Fucking Fickin.
You fickin' motherfucker.
Fuck you, Fickin' motherfucker.
Wait. It's still 5:45. Wait, I have to bring this up before I forget. These kids were on the street last night when I was out late. And I hear, motherfucker, I said, you intimidated by me? You intimidated by... So this guy was screaming, you intimidated by me.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like he was obviously terrifying all of Bedford Avenue with you intimidated. Obviously someone is going to be intimidated by you.
Well, people are intimidated by me.
That's my point. This is exactly what I wrote down because people are intimidated by the both of us.
You're supposed to say that you wrote it down. You're supposed to say that you just came up.
Put you a Fickin? Why you got to let it out of the bag, Fickin? That's going to be the name of my memoir, Fickin, after I survive a suicide attempt, my 12th one. Fickin.
Don't tell people that because they'll believe you.
Don't believe everything. Please, I'm the happiest person you'll know.
Yeah, right. Like Trump saying he's the least racist.
His shits must be so disgusting.
You mean smelly?
All of it. The noise,
he's
the
enraged.
consistency.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you know why they say he eats fast food? Because he's afraid of being poisoned. So that's why he eats Kentucky Fried Chicken and Burger King and stuff. They say he's afraid of being poisoned. He's crazy. He's mentally ill.
I know. I told you that. I really believe... I'm not saying it. I know it sounds like I'm saying it to be funny.
No, he's nuts. They say that the White House, everyone around him is running the whole show. That's why it's so chaotic. They're just basically trying to keep him controlled, and the staff is all running the show.
So they're planning on doing that for 8 years?
I mean, I don't know. If Mueller's investigation actually holds out until the midterm elections, then he'll be impeached. If we have a Democratic...
Something needs to happen soon.
It will.
It's
inevitable.
Really...
If he gets impeached before the midterm elections, then we're screwed, because the Republicans are so disgusting and self-serving. They're never going to get him out. Like with the shithole countries, when the Republicans in the room were like,
I know.
I don't remember what he said.
Right.
It's, if they're still in the House and Senate.
Oh my God, it's so upsetting that they talk to us like we're so stupid.
I know. But people
and we're paying taxes,
drink
and
the
I
Kool-Aid.
can't take it.
People drink the Kool-Aid.
And you know what? This whole situation, I just wanted to talk about this really quick. I was very fearful and anxious before this, but I've definitely gotten a lot worse. And I know a lot of people relate to this. Like even when he was just running, even before he became president, like I kind of took me over the edge with my anxiety and being fearful.
I have to say, you were one of the few people that kept saying, I don't know, Frank, people like him.
Yep.
You were one of that little tiny percentage
because
that
I
thought
kept
he was gonna
hearing,
win.
I kept hearing it. I kept hearing people like, well, at least he'll make us money. You know, it's about money. So that's what scared me. I felt like they were going to vote for him and say they didn't, which is what happened.
Right.
So, but I realized like it affected me in the way that I'm not facing a lot of my fears. Like it affected me that way a lot.
What do you mean?
I'm afraid. I'm much more afraid than I ever was. So like when, even in my career, this is a good story. It's not depressing. Like last night, I didn't want to show up for something that I committed to, and I was afraid. Like I didn't think I was going to do well. Like all those stories went through my mind, you know. And no,
what do you mean? Like what? Like
like don't go. You're not going to do well on the show. Like it was a specific thing where I had to do like, I had to do like some political material, and I just felt very insecure. But it was all like that talking to yourself. Like my mom always says that thinking is constructive and talking to yourself is very damaging, and I totally agree. Like when I'm having conversation
I've never heard that before. That's interesting. Okay.
Well, thinking I feel like is you're thinking about things. It's positive, but when you're when I'm talking to myself, it's usually that voice. Like it's not going to go well. You're a piece of shit. You don't deserve this.
That's so interesting because that's the voice I've always heard to listen to. Try and catch that voice when you write stand up, and so much stand up comes out of that.
Right, which is because it's, tragedy is what's fun.
Right.
I mean, meaning it's connected to that.
It's catching that thought, okay.
But, I just really, a lot of times, and we talk about this all the time, you and I just wanted to, like, stay home, isolate, stay in my bed. Like, I just don't want to face the world a lot now. And with us, with what we do, we have to.
Yeah.
And stand in front of people, strangers, and be vulnerable.
Right.
And I forced myself to go last night, and it went well. And the point is that I felt so good after I did it because I showed up. I know you get this. We've talked about this so many times. But it's become harder to show up. I'm glad I did. But I don't know if you feel the same way. I feel like you show up.
Oh, God. Which one did I not go to? I didn't show up to one of them like a couple of Thursdays ago. Because
you were fearful, or did you not feel well? Like I'm talking about fear making you
not fear. Not fear. I haven't been feeling,
or being depressed or whatever.
It's just been, it's like here in New York anyway, it's been freezing. And it is so like, I don't have the responsibility of a child like you do. It's been, I mean, I remember a teacher years ago calling bed a cocoon.
Yeah.
Whether it's with regard to depression or any kind of mental state. But with it freezing outside, it's been hard to get out of bed.
Yeah, it's been much harder with that too.
And I'm not going to go into it today, but I've been struggling with sleep apnea. I'm going in for, you know that I've been going in for testing and stuff, which is I'm going to have to talk about on this podcast because it's food related. So it's been hard to just like get motivated.
I feel that way too.
With that said, though, I've been focused on other things outside of stand-up, even though I'm showing up to my stand-up spots.
Right.
My life has a few more, this is so faggotized, but my life has a few more colors to it right now than just that one thing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
'Cause it's always been such a soul
It's important
focus.
to do that. Yeah.
Right.
Like you have to have balance in your life, no matter what you do. I was talking to the people that owned a club recently, and they were saying it's a couple that own a club, and they were saying, they have to really work at having balance, like not just focusing on the comedy and life, and meaning like have a life outside of that. It is hard.
Fear driven, though. I want to go back to like that because that's an interesting.
It's big for a lot of people that are listening.
Because
to this.
I have certainly been through that. I haven't felt that so much lately. But you were talking about politics, and that somehow triggered it, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. It's made it a lot worse for me. I mean, anytime there's been like a thing happening, like I know 9/11 was horrible.
No, but I want you to
everyone.
go into it because I hear it from people, whether it's at a comedy show or when I tend bar. I keep hearing this from people. It's a very consistent thing. Well, it's a reaction to the political climate.
Yeah. Well, first of all, living through 9/11 and living in New York, I think, a lot of people say, oh, I died inside during that.
Right.
Like a breakup, you died inside. That I don't know how to word it, like what to say, but 9/11 just really, when it comes to fear, and phobias and obsessive compulsive
Sandy Hook,
stuff.
Columbine.
Sandy Hook, same thing. Columbine, yes, but Sandy Hook threw me over the edge.
Right.
So certain things, like, and I'll watch it. I'll watch it for like hours and hours, and I get out of my mind. Like I can't. I mean, I can function, but it's much harder.
Yep.
And I get petrified. Like I can't go on a subway. I can't be like when I
was
can't even
like
go to a
that with
concert
9/11,
anymore.
but I'm not like that now. Maybe because of my own situation with like mortality. I always get morality and mortality confused. Like Muslim and muslin. Like one is a cheap fabric.
One Trump hates and one he will never wear.
One wants to set faggots on fire.
What?
No, wait a minute. What'd you say? Did you say something? Yeah, I remember that fear. I remember after 9/11 I was in grad school, the only one who couldn't move away from the TV. I remember being at Bridget Flannery's apartment, and they were laughing that I was in front of the TV crying 4 days later.
Yep.
I couldn't
That's
stop.
how I was, too.
And then I was afraid. Mm-hmm. Constantly afraid, constantly teary. I don't have that. And with Columbine, I was pulverized. By the time Sandy Hook came around, I think that's when the stuff had started in my family with all the loss and the illnesses. And I think it had toughened my hide up a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then again, with Sandy Hook, I also became a little bit more of an ostrich and put my head in the sand because it was so horrific.
I know.
And so insane that I cannot look at it with a magnifying glass or I'll end up in a group home, a hospital. It's so horrible.
Yeah.
That aspect of reality.
Yeah.
But what do you mean, like, today with regard to fear? Like, how does
Well, what I'm saying is it's like I said, it's a positive thing, meaning, like, even though I felt very fearful and didn't want to show up, I showed up. And then I felt really proud of myself because I really came close to canceling.
Right.
And it would not have been good if I canceled.
Right.
For a couple of reasons. Because of my livelihood, it's just not good. So, but I was like, oh, wait. This feels really good to show up for something even though you're petrified, to just show up anyway and fight the fear. Because it's all just that voice. It's all, that fear, fuck everything and run,
That's so funny. That's like old school stand-up, like when you first start and you're terrified.
Yep.
And you have to show up for years to kill that kind of panic. But then it comes back and you realize that it's not necessarily from stand-up. It's just who you are.
Right. It is. And I'm fearful. I mean, but then again, I feel like I'm just now getting ready to do like the work again. Because I haven't done a lot of work around it. So when I get like that, I'm like, of course, I'm not doing, like I used to read self-help books and meditate and pray. I mean, we've talked about this, and I'm putting it out there because I know other people get it. And I'm saying I'm ready to do it again.
Mm-hmm. I want to say this before I forget. It's an app. I'm giving a free plug. I started meditating.
Great.
Okay. So there's an app. Apparently it's a very popular thing. I think it was $5 or no. It's a monthly thing. It's called Calm.
I have it.
You have it?
But I don't know if I pay every month for that.
CALM. I do. I think that you get like a minimum if you don't pay. I think I do pay.
Okay.
But I don't know because I'm not responsible with money. And if I'm having trouble sleeping, I used to always say, I can't meditate because the dog will bother me or whatever. It's so easy.
Right.
Just
someone else told me that I downloaded
10 minutes. And it really, now this is when someone has 2 sessions of therapy and they're like, it's great, it helps. Like I'm too new to it to say that it helps, but it makes a difference.
What do you listen to? Like because I downloaded it, I didn't use it, of course.
Okay. It'll always start with take a deep breath. Mm-hmm. There are bedtime stories, which I always fall asleep within like a second.
Bedtime story?
Yeah, there's stories. There's stories.
Bedtime stories?
There's stories to help you fall asleep. It's noises of shit. Can you imagine?
Take a deep breath, and now picture yourself shitting all over your apartment. And release.
Spray the wall with mud. Spray the wall with mud. Use your Jackson Pollock to decorate your room.
Now take a deep breath and fart.
Ejaculate the fecal matter all across the doors.
So stupid.
That's called like toilet humor. That's toilet humor. That's like toilet humor.
What do you mean bedtime stories? That
Toilet
I'm not
humor.
into. Like
It's so...
Dorothy went to the store.
Seriously, it's like that.
No,
Wait a minute.
I can't do that.
Wait. We're going to get sued. Okay, see, take a deep breath.
I don't feel better.
Hold on.
That was...
For tonight's sleep story, we travel to the south of France. I'm Stephen Fry.
Lick my asshole, Stephen.
Your guide as we meander lazily
Speak up.
through the lavender fields.
Lavender.
I'm going to meander under your balls, motherfucker.
The story was written by David and is called Gold.
Can we talk about something? To think that I've become that person.
First of all, that voice relaxes you. I'd feel like he was going to molest me.
you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've become that person. You know the
He may
snores?
have.
The snores that are like...
Yeah, you love that.
Well, it's gross. Like different... The variations of snoring.
I know someone that does that.
I probably
but he's older.
do. Well...
Yeah. Don't say anything to anyone. I don't want
I don't want I don't want the podcast to go that way. It's inspirational.
I don't want anyone to hear this.
I'm getting it fixed so I don't snore anymore. I don't care. There's got to be a surgery. I have insurance for another month or so.
Yours is probably powerful too. Mine
My
is.
snoring?
When I snore, yeah.
Like the dog is cross-eyed now after living with me for a year and a half. It's like a fragile. It's nervous. I think I freak it out.
My building shakes.
The foundation of the building is cracked in the parking garage. My building shakes. The bell fell out of the Taco Bell's thing.
Have you had Taco Bell lately?
No.
Good. When Frank makes that noise, he's drinking from a cup. It's so... Do it in the thing.
You'll smell it before you even see it.
Oh, yeah.
How does he get that job?
Because he sounds like a child molester.
Let's do auditions for that. Did you hear
Okay,
what
you
he
do
said?
it.
Okay, you go.
No, you do. I don't even know what voice.
You'll smell it before you even see it.
No, you have to do it like him. Yeah, because you do that good.
You'll smell it before you even see it.
Okay. You'll smell it before you'll even see it. Now bend over, little girl. Let me get up your Catholic school dress. It's okay. Don't tell anyone. Daddy loves you.
That unmistakable aroma
Aroma?
fills your nose.
Is he like a pirate? The fuck?
We have to read a letter.
That was so funny what you just played.
That unmistakable aroma.
Aroma? I can't. That, by the way.
Aroma? That sounds like a
would
name.
give me more anxiety to listen to that. I'm not saying it to be funny. I'm being serious.
I can't do the stories.
Yeah, I can't. So that's a story. That's not the normal
bedtime story.
I can't do that.
That's a bedtime story to help you fall asleep.
But the other one, you just say words over and over again?
No, the other one is like noises.
That I can do.
It coaches you. No, like seabirds.
Okay, but not like traffic or a car accident. Could you imagine?
It's someone being strangled.
Take a deep breath.
A dislocated shoulder being popped back in. Can you imagine?
Ow!
A neck adjustment.
Yeah.
After someone who has a pinched spine having to crawl across the floor.
Yeah, someone being burned alive is the best one to listen to relax.
This is from Lauren, Leady, Leady. This says, listener from Southern Illinois. Hello! This is so sweet. I wish that these came in Braille because I can't see.
You just need glasses, Frank.
Do you have them on you?
Yeah. Here.
These are filthy dirty.
No, they're not. You didn't even put them on yet, asshole.
Oh, there we go. Dear Frank and Jessica, I've been listening to your podcast. Now, by the way, I read this letter, and I love this letter, but I started it smarmy. I've been listening to your podcast daily for the past 2 weeks. I can't get enough. I listen at work, which helps immensely. I'm in an entry-level, shitty-ass job in my small hometown. Sounding like an idiot, laughing to myself at the front desk is where I can find some joy. Thank you for that. Anyways, I've been overweight my entire life. I actually was forced to go to Weight Watchers at 11 by my mother, similar to Jessica's experience, which is nice to relate to even in shitty circumstances. I knew I had a problem with food, but could never pinpoint what was going on until your podcast.
Aww.
Through you guys, I realized I'm a food addict. I'm trying to accept it and change my ways. I joined a gym, and I'm making better choices. It's so amazing to listen to your experiences and day-to-day struggles with not just food, but other things like sexuality and work. You two are truly inspirations for not only me, but the other listeners around the world. I'm from Southern Illinois, LOL. The podcast is really great, and I hope you continue for a long time. Thank you so much, Lauren Leedy.
That is so
That
sweet.
is great.
Lauren, thank you for writing in.
Really, I mean, that touches on everything we kind of want to do.
It makes it all worth it.
Yep.
You're so glad you reached out and sent us that email, and I'm so glad you can laugh and relate to it, and makes you feel good and feel better. I mean, really, thank you.
Now, what are your tits like?
Oh, Jesus. Really, what are they
Show
like?
us your rack.
No. No, we're not. We're very, yeah. Don't talk too much about her rack because she was very nice to write. She's fragile.
Can you write to us at heyfatpig@hotmail, Gmail, what is it?
Gmail.
heyfatpig@gmail.com.
We should give out all the wrong information because we sabotage ourselves.
Write to us at Uncle Roy's Sweet Sauce at AOL.com.
Go to our website, walmart.com.
Hairydude.lickmy.
No.
We're going to be at the Fat Pig, Fat Blank.
Oh, yeah. So we're doing a live show on Sunday. Alex, you know about it.
Seeps into your senses.
When's the show? I love
Sunday,
that when none of us know
Sunday
when it
the
is.
28th at 7 at the Fat Black Pussycat.
Yes.
On
What did
the
you call me?
website.
Yes, it's
on
Comedy
the website,
Cellar.
people are like, on the Comedy Cellar website, Sunday the 27th of January, it'll say Jessica Curson. Like, I'm not in it, but I am in it. If so that you know, because people are like, I don't know what this is. Where do I buy tickets? Someone wrote that on Instagram.
Oh, well, they have 7,000 shows going on a week. But anyway, we're doing a live Fat Pig at the, it's like all the same word, the Fat Black Pussycat in New York City. Go to comedycellar.com to get tickets. It starts at 7, and it's going to be a
Jessica
blast.
Curson. Like, that's what it's under.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I'll talk to them about it. But anyway, they yes, go to that show and tell your friends. It'll be great. I know a lot of people already bought tickets.
And you'll see us live.
Yeah. Yep. And we're going to be, interviewing each other and talking to the audience.
Only.
Yes.
There could be nudity and violence.
Not with me.
Not with you, but with the guests that we have on. There might be a sequence in the middle. That
Richard Simmons isn't violent.
Well...
No, don't think he's going to be there. He's not. He's missing. And I always say I'm so jealous.
And listen, for those of you who've been writing about like Grindr and Scruff and whatnot, I like somebody wrote to me that as far as like using it as an addiction. Can you write in again and tell me like how it's been taking up your time, guys? Because I've been hearing that time and time again from people. Actually, just send it to my inbox, not at Hey Fat Pig, at Frankaholic. At hotcowlick.ass.
I can't.
I have to go.
All right. We love you all. Thank you so much for staying alive to listen to one more podcast. Stay alive. Stay alive. All right. Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.